Hi, and welcome to the Contenders Corner podcast, where we talk everything that is wrestling. I am your host, Jason, and join me as I brutally nail my honest opinions on Monday Night Raw and what's going on with WWE. We are an unbiased show here, and we will go into this review with an open mind. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, we are not afraid to say it and hit home some home truths on this channel. If a show is good or if a show was disappointing. Anyway, if you're new to this, then please like, share, subscribe and comment in the comment section below and share with us your opinions on Raw. Was it good or was it terrible disgrace of creative? Stay with us as we have a lot to discuss. You two, are you ready? This is our brutal, honest opinions of Monday Night Raw. Well, it's WWE Monday Night Raw, and what can I say? I will talk about this in a minute, but WWE Monday Night Raw is in a continuous creative abyss. Like, really, you would expect, with all the fallout of their most talented superstars leaving to work Kenny Omega at AEW, you would expect WWE to get their heads in gear and give the fans some great action. But in a promo, Big E looked like he didn't know where he was or what he was doing. WWE namesake Big E is coming out to cash in when you would expect it to be a surprise. The continuous repetitive shit of booking repeated matches continues. The same shit goes on a company which is meant to be at the top of the world and at the top of its game. You don't expect a company to be dragging things down. You expect top booking, top matches, not the same rematches held within a month. Why would you book Jeff Hardy to chase the 24/7 title is beyond me. I really don't know where the minds of the creative team are at, but it looks like none of them know anything about wrestling. And YouTubers creating fancy booking material on their channel seem like a viable route to go down. I'd rather watch a show booked by these YouTubers than the crap, terrible, confusing, same shit, different week material that is produced in the creative boardroom. How can you blame as well? How can you blame a superstar for not putting out a good show? If you're writing crap, then the show is going to be shit. It's common sense. WWE, get your heads together and just sack each and every person in the creative boardroom, because they literally can't produce anything good or even worth watching. I used to be able to enjoy watching a show, but it turns out we are back in 2005, where we are writing boring content and are not even creative enough to even book some great matches. You release talent that the fans love, so this affects ratings. You write shit material and this affects ratings. Heck, you don't even try at least to keep your top stars. You just let them go. And if it was me, if it was my company, I would be throwing everything at a guy like Adam Cole, Kevin Owens, Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan, etc. Man, I don't even want to rate this show because I'm tired of the same shit every week. And it's getting me angry. And it's a pure waste of time trying to watch a show like Monday Night Raw, because the creative boardroom back there are pathetic. They are terrible. And it's hurting my brain trying to watch the damn show. NXT as well didn't need rechanging. The black and gold suited the brand. It was the foundation of the show. And I'm angry with WWE because it's now like sitting for hours watching it, and it sucks. Waste of time. A pure waste of time. It's going to take them a while to regain the viewership back at Raw that was there, even if they are trying to fix Monday Night Raw. And seriously, you need to strip the creative team and go in afresh, because those guys back there are the reason the show is a pathetic excuse of crap content. Not the manager, not the GM, not the superstars. It's the creative team. The creative team that are the reason why Monday Night Raw is terrible. After 12 years, 12 long years, Big E finally wins the WWE Championship. It was, no doubt, a spiritual experience. In a moment more than a decade in the making, WWE's most charismatic big man dethroned Bobby Lashley and celebrated with his New Day teammates. Big E cashed in his Money in the Bank contract on Monday Night Raw, then defeated Bobby Lashley to become the new WWE champion. WWE's present and future now rest on his broad shoulders, and he is in place to help carry the company and become the signature face of the Raw brand. 12 years into his WWE career, Ettore Iwan, best known by his Big E nickname from high school, accomplished a feat many have dreamed of, but only a precious few have achieved. Iwan produced the rarest type of feeling, creating an organic moment in a manufactured business, and left no doubt propelling himself to the next level of superstardom. Iwan has continually elevated his work to new heights in WWE, enhancing his presence and showcasing his enduring charisma. His overwhelming strength adds a different dynamic to his matches, yet he also possesses the agility and versatility to work a multitude of styles in the ring. It comes as no surprise that Iwan would get a run with. It was, for me, the ruined the moment when the name said he was going to cash in on the night. You don't do this. The whole point of the contract, the Money in the Bank, is a surprise. You don't know when they're going to come out and cash in. But it's when they've used it as well that really pissed me off and made me angry with the creative. It's the name said he was going to come out on Raw and cash in on that night, when it would have been a lot better if they had made a match with Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley at pay-per-view, and then he wins it at the pay-per-view. It would have made a lot more sense, and it would have come out, and it would have been, well, greatly received. But you know, it is what it is, and WWE don't do this thing. They don't do these creative things, you see, and they like to name say they're going to cash in rather than keep it a surprise. Unbelievable. And then we move into the topic of Big E. The match between Orton and Lashley could have taken place at any pay-per-view, and it would have gone down a lot better, and it would have been well received. Both men put their full effort into making this a fun performance. The crowd ate it up. The champion retaining the way he did was a great way to end the match. It somewhat protected Orton while giving Lashley a mostly clean win. But the ending for me was a bit too sour, as you already told me that Big E was going to cash in. So you already knew that he was going to win the match, which ruined the match, ruined the whole surprise of the Money in the Bank briefcase, which is the damn point of the briefcase or Money in the Bank. If you're going to come out and tell me a superstar is going to cash in on this night, it doesn't make sense. That's the whole point of the briefcase. it is a surprise. You don't tell people that a superstar is going to cash in tonight or going to cash in at a pay-per-view. It's a surprise. You leave it away. You leave that alone. But in the heads of the stupid creative, they think it's good to tell people that a superstar is going to cash in. Dave Meltzer can be biased and love this material, but I certainly don't, and I ain't afraid to tell people this. Tell people my honest opinion. I think you ruined the whole moment of the match by telling me that Big E was going to cash in. What looked like a possible 5-star match turned out to be a 2.5 or even a 1 because you told me and ruined the surprise of the briefcase. It's a great thing don't get me wrong, it's a great thing what they've done to give Big E the opportunity to give him the push and give him the title. I just think how they've gone about it is sour by telling me and everyone he is cashing in.